Well, hello people of YouTube, I'm back again. Got another project, a bit different, something a bit different this time. I've got this Les Paul copy guitar. It's obviously not a genuine Epiphone or Gibson Les Paul. I'm guessing it's a Encore. It's got a bolt through where the neck goes on, and I want to make it into a 12 string. I've got off of eBay, I bought a classical guitar 12 string neck because I've seen other videos where they've converted the 6 string neck into a 12 string and put extra tuning pegs in the top, but I just wanted to widen the body, the wide 12 holes for the strings, and they're indoors, they're not out here. I've got the tuning pegs, but I've got the 2 rows of 6 to go in there. But the first thing I'm going to do is, obviously this neck doesn't fit in there, it's a bit wider, so I've got to cut the body out to accept this new neck. Wider than that, so I need 3 mil off of each side of that. Right. So what I've done is I've set the verniers to 3 mil, and I'm just going to use them as a scribe and just what this does, not only does it mark it, but it also just cuts the lacquer so that now it won't chip when I try and cut it. Right. Unfortunately, I've got no other method of cutting this than using a handsaw. I'm not going to get in there with any of my power tools. Right, now the other side, I'm using a little fret saw. It seems to be the best thing for the job, I think. Much sharper and more precise. bit in that side. Wow, that's fitted in there better than I could have hoped. That's bottomed right out. Obviously the let I've got to suss out, and that sits in as a surround, and that just needs to butt up to that. Got a nice back angle on there, because obviously I just followed the original back angle, so that shouldn't be too hard. So that's the see there, you see how I just hope it's not blurry like this, because this is a new camera and it's, well, it's a cheapy thing, if you didn't guess. Right, these are the tuning pegs I was on about. They're all linked together. They're more for an acoustic 12 string, but I just think I can obviously put them like that, but obviously on the other side in 2 rows, obviously 2 sets, then trim this down to suit. Right, what I've done, this camera's going to pick it up, I've marked the centre line down the middle of the headstock. I've marked a line there in line with the edge of the fretboard on both sides, so that then the edge of that needs to sit on the centre line, and then that's going to be just in, hasn't it? So, and this other end has got to be just in. Actually, I'm wondering where that screw hole is, if this will focus, where that screw hole is in the end of that tuner, to have that on that mark, that level with the centre line. Where I need to drill this side. Now, do I drill that side first and then mount the other side, or do I mount the other side and drill them all together? I've got an 8mm drill bit in there. Right, that's one side drilled, one side drilled. I just put that through. They're not perfectly central, but that'll be okay, because there's these little ferrules that go on here, or ferrules, what they call them, to go on the end. So I'll go and mark the other side now. a little bit of whatever, they're not quite in line, that's pissed me off a little bit, but they either needed to be in line or completely out of line, so that one between those two, that was the other way I was thinking of doing it, but yeah, a bit late now, so I'm going to have to leave it like that. Makes your teeth itch a little bit, but hey. Now to cut the headstock. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever your view, the camera battery died while I was cutting it. Well, I've cut it and sanded it down while the battery's on charge, and I've given it one coat of Danish oil. I'm just about to give it another one because I think that'd make it look a bit better. As you can see, I didn't film any of this because I've put the tuning pegs on. That's all done, all screwed up nicely, and that looks fairly good now. Excuse that, I've got the fire going in the background because I'm indoors in the house today because it's rather cold and wet outside in the shed. So obviously I'm not a luthier, so I need to take measurements off of my 6-string Epiphone Les Paul, and obviously it's the same scale length fretboard I've got, and then I can suss out where that's going to go in relation to that. Obviously the only parts I haven't got now is I need some new screws for this, which I've ordered. There's 6 strings, only a 5-string at the moment. So that's what I'm going to crack on with. Right, so from the centre of that to there on my 6-string is 21 centimetres. So the centre of that needs to come this way slightly. Just double check. I'm sure this is, as you see, the same scale length. That fret there is in line, down in line. I've got a nut as well I've got to go on, but that can go on that after. So 21 centimetres from the centre there. Just double check it. That's just 20 to that fret. To that fret is 22, so not the. that's as spot on as I think I need it. Okay, right, that's on, she's on. Right, I've taken one of the strings off the 6 string and the G string just to put it on, just to get a line through of the height, so I know with this nut what needs to be cut off it, just to get an idea of the action. So I'll do this one-handed. Right, so if I do that like that, lift it up. See that end, there's quite a gap between the, so that nut needs to be slimmed down a bit. But the other end, so it's going to pop out again because I've only got the one string. But this other end is way lower, so I need to up the strings there. So I've adjusted by well, I've adjusted it a little bit on the bridge, and it's lifted it up. Obviously, yeah, the nut end I'm just trying to hold, but that's way too big a gap. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to file the nut down and get that right. So I'm fairly confident now that I can adjust this end to suit, and then we'll string it up. Right, I've filed the nut down, I've moved into the dining room, because it's more light in here. So I'm just going to glue that on. Leave that for a minute. The strings on, and I've had one quick go at tuning it, but it still needs a little bit more work. But it's a bit of a work in progress, but